Hey guys, today we are going to love on your forearms and your hands. They get so much use, especially in our technology world as well as the workout world, and they never really get that much attention. So you're going to need something to prop your forearm on. It could even be like a table, a countertop, anything like that, and then a tennis ball. Could also use a lacrosse ball, but know that the more firm the surface is, the more intense it will be. So I would start here and then level up. You're going to take your right forearm and rest it on your prop with your palm face up. And then I'm going to take this tennis ball in my other hand and I'm going to place it about an inch or so below my elbow crease, right in the center. So there's two bones that run through the forearm, and right now they're running parallel to each other. So I'm just going to take this tennis ball and apply a good amount of pressure. Like, you can gauge that for yourself. And then this is not terribly intense. But now I'm going to start to extend my wrist, turning my fingers towards the floor. And it's going to get more intense. And then I'm going to flex my wrist and pull my palm towards my face. I'm just going back and forth nice and slow between those two positions. We call this pin and stretch. I'm pinning the muscles and then I'm stretching them, especially when I go into extension here. You could also make a fist and do this. It might be a little more sensational. Let's do that a few times. Now you could also do this, again, with a lacrosse ball. You can also use your fingers. I'm going to use 2 or 3 fingers and find that squishy part, that muscle in between the two bones of my forearm. There's a good amount of tissue here, so it's a pretty safe area to work. I wouldn't go close to the wrist and I wouldn't really get into the elbow crease. That's mostly tendinous attachments, not so much bulky muscle tissue, which is what we're going for. So this is a smaller surface area, my fingers, relative to the tennis ball. So it's probably going to be a little more sensational because it's a little more specific. You do want to feel something, but know that more sensation is not necessarily a good thing. I don't want it to be so much that I can't breathe or I can't stay fairly relaxed. Just a few in that direction. And then we're going to rotate. So I'm going to place my forearm now with the palm down. And again, I'm going to take this tennis ball to below my elbow crease. And I'm kind of out to the side. So when I turn my palm down, naturally this muscle right here called the brachioradialis kind of pokes out. And that's really the guy that I'm trying to squash. So you locate that, palm down, apply some pressure. And then again, I'm going to start to move my wrist. This one tends to be much more tender. There's also less muscle tissue on this side of the forearm versus the flexors. We don't do a lot of active wrist extension. Ooh. And then I'm going to go down about another inch towards the wrist, but I'm still on this bulky section of tissue. And when I pull my hand up into extension, I can feel the muscle pop up underneath my tennis ball, so I know I'm in a good spot. And then I stretch that tissue when I pull my wrist into flexion. Ooh, yeah. And again, you can do this one with your fingers. It gets real fiery pretty quick, so tread lightly. You try to keep the pressure consistent as you contract and stretch the muscle. Oh, nice. Awesome. I'm going to shake it out, do the other side, and then let me know what you think.